Hello, my name is Eris. Today I wanted to quickly rewind and have a look over the list of monsters I predicted would be coming to Monster Hunter Wilds all those months ago. I created a list of 14 monsters that could be included in Monster Hunter Wilds. From that list at release day, I was completely wrong on every single one of them, until I wasn't. Let me explain. So, the monsters I predicted would be included in the base game were 1. Diablos, Tigrex, Nagakuga, Zenoga, Rajang, Seregios, Gosharag, Zamtrios, Yayan Garuga, Najarala, Lagiacrus, Teostra, Kushala, and Chameleos. It's fair to say I was completely wrong with all of them until Title Update 2, when two of the monsters from my predictions were going to be added to the game, Seregios and Lagiacrus. And they have been added since then, and even though it's been a couple of months since they were added, I can't help but reflect on the original list I created and speculate what other monsters might be coming in the future. Title Update 4 has already been announced, and that's going to include Gogmazios, a beast of an Elder Dragon from 4th generation Monster Hunter. It would be safe to assume it will be the only additional monster in that title update, considering the monster will probably need its own arena, and also there is a heavy focus on game optimization for PC coming in Title Update 4, not to mention the Winter Festival as well, and probably some other event quests with some unique items that we can grab. So I think it's fair to assume the next monsters to be added will be coming in Title Update 5, typically the last title update for the game if we follow the trend from previously seen games in Generation 5, World and Rise, unless they add another unplanned monster like they did for Primordial Malzeno or Fatalis, although they came in the Master Rank expansions in Generation 5, so I reckon we'll only get one more title update after Gogmazios. That's my prediction. So from the trend of Wilds, we can see that there aren't any Elder Dragons, despite Gogmazios. So unless something drastically changes in the theme of the game, I think the Monster Hunter devs will steer clear of adding Elders until the Master Rank. So that leaves a healthy 9 monsters from my prediction list to choose from, if we take away the monsters that have been added, Lagi and Seregios, and if we take away the Elder Dragons from that list as well. So to keep things fresh, I don't think they'll add monsters in regions that we've already seen additions to. So Seregios was released for the Windward Plains, Mitsune and Lagiacrus were released for the Scarlet Forest. I think it's fair to assume the next additions would come either in the Oyawell Basin or the Ice Shard Cliffs. Capcom have been going all out with Omega and Gogmazios, which have and will require a lot of attention and development. I think to keep the player base happy and plenty to do in the late game whilst we wait for the expansion, there are 3 things that I predict Capcom will target. The first, the monster will need to be difficult to fight, at least on the same level as Seregios and Lagi, to keep the player base entertained and busy till the Master Rank expansion. Now I don't mean on the difficulty level of Omega or Savage Omega, that stuff is just absolutely insane for the average player, so I think to keep it popular they'll add monsters sort of in that 8-star, 9-star range that we've seen from Seregios and Lagi. Which leads me on to my second prediction. The monster needs to be in an area that we haven't had an update to yet, which I touched on just briefly before. So since Omega was also last released in the Ice Shard Cliffs, I think my prediction would be that the next monsters will both actually be added into the Oyawell Basin as the next target. Which leads me on to my third prediction. I think there will be 2 monsters coming in Title Update 5. With these 3 factors in mind, and drawing from the list of 9 monsters I predicted would come to Wilds, the only ones that could actually fit in the locale of the Oyawell Basin is small monsters that roam all the biomes, such as Tigrex and Rajang, They're the obvious choices, and actually the only monsters on my list that could be found in a volcanic type region we've seen in past Monster Hunter games. The other monsters on my list, such as Gosharag and Zamtros, are only found in ice regions, and then Nagakuga, Najarala, Garuga, and Zenoga are typically found in forest or grassland regions. So my two guesses, and the only two left on my list, would be Tigrex and Rajang. Difficult monsters, which ticks one of the boxes, and that would be found in the Oil Well Basin, which ticks the other box, and also two of them. So they're the two that I am predicting to be coming in Title Update 4. Now this video is obviously just a bit of fun speculation, and it's interesting to see if any of these predictions come to be, and it keeps me hyped while we wait for more monsters and the Master Rank expansion to come out. So that's been it from me, and thanks for watching.